is Nur FARZANA binti MANAHAN. My matrix number 2020-955-489. I will present the environment resources and cultural history of Morocco. Morocco's liberal economy is driven by its natural resources. The following is a list of Morocco's top natural resources in priority order, which is fish supply. Due to the abundance of sardines, bonito, and tuna on Morocco's west coast, and due to its long coastline and unique status as the only country with two sea openings, Morocco has Africa's largest fish market, such as Mediterranean and Atlantic. Around 60% of all exports are canned sardines, the majority of which come from Morocco. 75% of the world's phosphate reserves are in Morocco. Is the second biggest producer of phosphate in 2015 was Morocco, which has the largest phosphate reserve in the world. In 2011, 10% of Morocco's phosphate was generated in Bokra. In 2011, mining contributed 5% to Morocco's GDP and 35% of its export. According to reports, Morocco's government is making effort to expand the country's mining sector. Lastly, stunning Morocco's scenery is a significant natural resource. Nation has mountains, beaches, and dunes. For example, mountains leaf Barbary sheep, Cuvier gazelle, and Barbary steak. Morocco's culture reflects its environment. Most Moroccans are Berbers and Arabs. Official language are Arabic and Berber, except in the north, French is widely spoken. Marrakech and other northern cities speak English. Islam, the country's dominant religion, is practiced by most families. Children learn how to care for aging parents in intact families. Most Muslims are Sunnis, making Islam a state religion. Christian is Moroccan's second largest religion. Moroccan food is well prepared and flavorful. Morocco's connections to other cultures and countries have influenced its cuisine. Arabic, Andalusian, Mediterranean, and European flavors are common. Mediterranean cuisine is based on fruits, vegetables, and meat. Spices include cumin, oregano, curry, and mint. Ras Al Hanout combines 27 spices. Moroccan couscous is made with crushed durum with semolina. Lamb and beef are popular red meats. Popular food include pastilla, harira, and tangia. Most Moroccans drink green tea with mint.
Economy Geographic. Morocco advanced assembly area mining industry, agrarian resource proximity to Europe, larger diasporas, community law work, expensive and market-oriented public approach are all advantages. Its economy is larger than many MENA nationals. Fabricating business include material, auto, and flying, while ICT expanding, especially rehabilitating sport transportation, a modern condition, and a deregulation zone if applied seriously and set Rilam up to be a vehicle center and business, especially across many Africa business sectors. In the year 1918, Grey and Market Change launched a military chain, and in the year 1999, the Morocco government kept the economy stable. He set up a credit asset to invigorate development and rivalry among private ventures. Globalization and local change. Deprivation, deregulation, and irregular migration have been threatening Morocco's peace. Comprehensive policy are needed to address difficult in migration, education, and employment to ensure the country's prosperity and stability. Besides that, the education level is high and schools don't teach marketable skills. This volume offer Morocco and EU guidelines. Morocco culture reflects Berber, Africa, Arab, and Jewish tradition and religion. A minimum of 30% of the population speak Amharic. Meanwhile, Berber influence is widespread in Morocco activity in lifestyle, although regional cuisine very much use Berber spicy. The country's proximity to the Mediterranean helps it use fresh food and vegetables. Moroccan music features Arab and Amharic instruments.
Technological innovation of the marketplace of Morocco. Morocco science and technology have improved. The Moroccan government is encouraging research with reforms. Morocco has a major assets that could transform its R&D sector into a key development vehicle, but research is not yet a national priority. Schools employ 58% of the industry research. According to Morocco 2003 review of its national research system, the country had a good supply of well-trained, high-quality people, resources, and some top-notch laboratories. At the time, the biggest gap was between research and innovation. Since the 1990s, Moroccan research qualifications have risen. Guinness Book of Records names Al-Quran the world's longest continually operating university. The role play in global market of Morocco country. Moroccan enterprises have significant ties to France, Spain, and other European countries, but are becoming more international, generating opportunity for U.S. firms. Moroccan commercial and government interlocutors increasingly speak English, in addition to French and Arabic. 150 U.S. firms, including multinational and smaller organizations, operate in Morocco. Some commodity and pharmaceutical enterprises manufacture locally and import others. U.S. investment is focused on Casablanca, meatpatch, aerospace sector. Agro-industrial firms have also invested considerably. Oil and gas corporation post exploration license in Morocco and offshore, while other pursue renewable and liquefied fossil fuel. The local American Chamber of Commerce has 300 members. Approximately half of our Moroccan enterprises that do business with U.S. firms and promote U.S.-Morocco trade.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is SYAHIRAH. Now I want to talk about things you should do's and don'ts when doing business in Morocco and Egypt country. Do's and don'ts doing business in Morocco country. Firstly, you need to avoid is do not talk about foreign policy unless it is said first by someone else who actually lives there. Besides that, we must avoid being too aggressive. This may upset your local connections and ultimately will not help you achieve your goals. Bad or inconsiderate attitudes can make you look untrustworthy and irresponsible. Next, don't rush. Let it flow because a strong and fruitful relationship that can be produced in the blink of an eye. You don't have to walk on eggshells, but you should be mindful of your surroundings and practice healthy situational awareness before acting or making a decisions. Next, do's and don'ts doing business in Egypt country. There are some things that are necessary and better if we do when we want to do business in Egypt. First, we must show an interest in Egypt's long history and the story of a country that is proud of them. After that, we will probably be treated warmly and will likely be given a special tour of some of country's highlights that may not be visible to ordinary tourists. So, in conclusion, Africa is one of the countries with the fastest growing consumer markets in the world. According to studies and forecasts, by 2030, the largest consumer markets will include Nigeria, Egypt, and South Africa. There are also lucrative opportunities in Algeria, Angola, Ethiopia, Ghana, Kenya, Morocco, and among other African countries. Given the growing affluence, population growth of urbanization, and the rapid spread of access to internet and mobile phones on the continent. Finally, African household consumption has increased faster than gross domestic product (GDP) in recent years, and the average annual GDP growth has consistently outperformed the global average. Thank you.